See, that's
She
why
did that.
I love Serena, love Venus. It was a great match.
It was. Number 23, and what was so ultra cool was Jordan gave her customized 23 Jordans.
Yes, he did. See, he wore 23. So I get the whole symbolism. You get it from one GOAT to the other GOAT. And she was just like, man, okay, I got something from Michael Jordan. It was a big thank you because she wasn't expecting it. It came in a nice package box. So that's a nice present. And she recently got engaged too. I think that's a better gift than anything else anyone gave her.
That's what I was about to say. This is just like a winning year for her, period. I mean, she just won the Grand Slam and then got engaged, then get a present from Jordan. You won.
And that's the most for any woman in the Open era. Then on the men's side, Sweden's Roger Federer. He got his 18th Grand Slam title. He beat Roger Nadal in 5 sets, 6-3, 3-6, 6-1, 3-6, 6-3.
Wow. Weren't you telling me that these were two of the best men in the world?
It's must-see TV when you hear Federer and Nadal going at it.
That match Federer if it's good. And it is.
Does it mean a lot to you to put some more distance between you and your greatest rivals with this 18th title?
That's the smallest part, to be honest. For me, it's all about the comeback, about an epic match with Rafa again. Doing it here in Australia, that I'm so thankful to Peter Carter and Tony Roach and just the people's, I guess my popularity here and their support, that I can still do it at my age after not having won a slam for almost 5 years. That's what I see.
But you know what? What's the biggest win of all? Both of them get what is it? 3.7 million each?
$3.7 million for Serena, $3.7 million for Roger Federer, and a nice trophy to put on their show.
And there were a lot of people who set their DVRs or even set their alarm clocks to wake up because of the time difference to watch it live because they didn't want to get it secondhand. And I think for you were like, you know what? I'm just going to log off of social media and not do any social media until you could just watch it yourself.
Because I didn't want the spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So that's a lost one that shouldn't be a lost one, but congratulations, Serena Williams, 23 Grand Slam titles. Congratulations, Roger Federer, 18 Grand Slam titles, 2017 Australian Open. All right, you're the novice.
Yes.
And your love of sports is growing.
It's growing slowly.
And if I'm not mistaken, the NHL All-Star Game was your first time really sitting down watching some hockey.
Yes, it was my first time. And you know what was so funny to me? And I know maybe I shouldn't laugh at this, but it was funny to me. They were a lot of them were missing their teeth. Why?
Hockey's a rough sport. And that's par for the course in hockey, where a lot of guys have missing teeth. Whether it's fights, whether it's some guys have got hit in the face with the puck.
Are you?
It happens.
Wow. Oh no!
But this was the All-Star weekend.
I know. It was fun.
So it's kind of like this is the best of the best. So if your first introduction to hockey is the All-Star Game, that's a pretty good start right there.
Okay.
And it's kind of just like how NBA All-Star Weekend is, or baseball's All-Star Weekend, or the Pro Bowl, where there's a lot of skills challenges and competitions that are going on.
Yeah, it was I did see a lot of the skills challenge, and then I thought it was cool how they had to get that puck and far away in this little hole, kind of like a mouse hole.
Yes,
like a mouse hole to me,
well, that was the goalie's goal. The goalkeepers are trying to shoot the puck from their end of the net all the way down to the other end.
And then I thought it was cool when they were racing
the speed skating. They had a passing competition. They did the puck control, the stick handling. That's like their fancy dribbling, showing off their skills. So these are the game's greatest in Hollywood, mind you. So you had movie stars and TV stars that were headed out to Staples Center to watch the All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, it was definitely a Hollywood flair to it.
And then the Metro wound up winning the game on Sunday. They won 4-3 against the Pacific. So they kind of made it like a little bit of a tournament style of play, just to add some flair to it. Now, it's way different than what real hockey is.
I was just about to say that. Now, if it was like this all the time, I'm a fan, but it's not.
No, and then you asked about with the face-off, where they had a lot of the greats from the games, like Mark Messier and Mario Lemieux. They were there.
They were lined up, and then
ceremonial puck drop.
But they just threw the puck. What is it, a puck?
The puck.
They just threw the puck on the ground and then picked it up and then...
Well, it's kind of like baseball with you have the first pitch.
Oh, okay.
Where you may get someone to do it. It's just a ceremonial gesture.
Oh, okay.
So we're midway through the hockey season.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'll try to get you to watch some regular season games, but it really gets intense in the playoffs.
Okay. We'll see.
And don't just watch it for the fights, because it's really good action. No, hockey's a tough sport. I mean, you skating and the speed and the strength and the accuracy that you have when shooting the puck.
And then you got on all the equipment, in which I think you told me that they just started wearing helmets.
Well, no, they've been wearing helmets for maybe about 40, 50 years now. But there was a long time
when... There you go with my novice.
That people think about it. They weren't wearing helmets. So if you think the guys are missing teeth now, think about it back then.
Yeah.
Where they had some black eyes and bruises and everything.
When you think about it.
Hockey players are very tough.
Wow.
That is not cliche. That is the absolute truth.
Wow.
So it was pretty fun watching All-Star Weekend out in Hollywood. Once again, Metro beat the Pacific 4-3. NHL All-Star Weekend. It was a blast, so I'm glad you had a chance to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, me too. At Married to the Game, we aim to separate ourselves from the rest with compelling stories which go beyond the box score. Today's installment of Beyond the Box Score features a conversation with Sharon Cohen, founder and CEO of Figure Skating in Harlem.
For 2 decades, Figure Skating in Harlem has served as a towering pillar of the community. With the help of passionate coaches and generous donors, this marquee program has polished countless athletes, transforming them into some of the top skaters in New York City. In addition to teaching graceful fundamentals on the ice, Figure Skating in Harlem has sharpened participants' minds with an enhanced educational curriculum. This has helped high school graduates enroll in colleges across the country. Cohen dives deeper with us about everything associated with the program, past, present, and future. Sharon, thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us today.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
I just wanted to start it off with saying congratulations. This is the 20th anniversary of Figure Skating in Harlem. And just talk about the program and some of the highlights of how it's evolved from 1997 to today.
Wow. Well, first I have to tell you, we are the first organization in the world that combines education and figure skating to empower girls in Harlem. And there's never been an organization like it. And we have girls that have come through the program that started with me in 1997 and are out in the world with exciting jobs and careers. And, the girls are the program. And we've served thousands of girls. It's very rigorous. We have a strong education component, so you don't just get out and skate. You have to maintain a high GPA and classes here. We teach financial literacy. We teach communications. We teach STEM, science. We get the kids excited about science through skating. And, of course, the skating itself. That's why most of the girls come into the program to begin with. It's something they may never have tried before.
Figure Skating in Harlem showcases several events. And up next on the schedule is Soul on Ice. Tell us about this affair.
This is a fantastic event because it was started by the parents of our students way back 20 years ago. So this is a grassroots organization. It started with a handful of girls in East Harlem who wanted to figure skate, and I happened to be a former competitive skater, and I was invited to teach them. And so we didn't have any resources, but we had a dream of creating an organization. So the parents got together and said, let's have a skating party. That was 20 years ago, and we do the party every year. It's in Central Park, on the north end of Central Park, 110th and Malcolm X Boulevard. and we invite the whole community to come out and support our girls, skate with them. Our girls will mentor them on the ice. If you don't want to get on the ice, you can just have fun. There's a DJ. Our girls do a little exhibition, and it's just a wonderful way to support the girls in Harlem and let the community show support for them.
And so this event is slated for Saturday, February 4th. Is that correct?
That's correct. And the tickets are only $15, and they include skate rental. So if you've never skated before, now's the time to try. Or if you just want to come cheer everybody on, it's an important fundraiser. Like I said, it started when we needed to raise money just to buy pairs of skates, and now we have over 270 girls in the program year-round. And so we need to raise a lot more. And I believe last year the record was about $48,000, and we're trying to get to 50.
Okay.
And after Soul on Ice, what other events do you guys have on the schedule?
Well, our girls do an amazing ice show, and that's held at Riverbank State Park. That's 145th Street and Riverside Drive. And it's a whole show, and because it's our 20th anniversary, the theme is called Mission of Love, 20 Years of Figure Skating in Harlem. So there'll be all kinds of great music and costumes, and the girls perform. It's March 18th, which is a Friday evening at 7. I'm sorry, a Saturday evening at 7, and then Sunday afternoon, the 19th at 3 o'clock.
I'm curious, how much practice time on the ice goes into grooming the athletes?
My goodness, we buy as much. You have to buy the ice time for the girls to practice because we're a nonprofit organization, and so we buy as much ice time as we possibly can fit as many girls as possible. So each girl gets to skate 2 to 3 afternoons a week, and they really get to learn their basic skills. Some of our girls skate more than that, and they join these teams. They're called synchronized skating teams.
Okay.
And they go to different competitions on the East Coast. But honestly, you could be skating 5 hours a day. If we could buy the ice time, that's what they'd be doing.
And with the competitions, how rigorous is it, and how wonderful is it to see the girls from figure skating in Harlem representing so well?
Well, it's amazing. Figure skating is a very not diverse sport, and it never has been. It's sort of like a country club sport. So figure skating in Harlem makes a splash wherever we go. We're the only teams of color anywhere in the United States, really. And so our girls, we just did a competition a few weeks ago, and one of our teams took first place, and we were really proud of them. And they just work as hard as they can and try to compete with other teams.
Beautiful. And for those who want to donate, volunteer, or information on enrollment, what can they do, and what are the steps?
Well, I say go to our website, which is www.figureskatinginharlem.org, and you can get all the information there, and you can reach out to us. You can give us a call in the office at 646-698-3440 and find out about enrollment for our summer camp and then for our next year's after-school program, and to make a donation. Well, we appreciate it. No donation is too small. Everything helps because we're a nonprofit, and we rely solely on donations from foundations and individuals and corporations, and they believe in our mission. That's how we keep the girls on the ice.
Well, Sharon, we thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today on figure skating in Harlem. It's a wonderful thing. Harlem, USA, and figure skating in Harlem is beautiful. It's exposure, and we love what you guys are doing.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure.
And now it's time to switch lanes. Welcome to the Pit Stop, where we prep for the final lap with a personal perspective on what's hot and what's not.
Usain Bolt is no longer a triple Olympic gold medalist. Whoa, just simmer on that for a minute. I know, right? With me being a Bolt fan, this really hit me right there in the heart. Bolt and the Jamaican team have been stripped of their 4x100 meter relay gold medal from the 2008 Summer Games because of one runner, Nesta Carter. He was found guilty of a doping violation by the IOC. Now, with me, kind of had me a little bit heated. This is kind of how, I thought about it. You know how when you have siblings and then you have one sibling that does something that they don't supposed to do, but then your mom and dad gather you all in the room and then you all get a whooping? Yeah, that's kind of how with the